Hello, BookTube. Happy Friday. It is the 20th of December. The candy cane earrings totally didn't throw that one off. 20th of December, and it is about 7:15. I just got home, had some running around to do after work, but now I'm home. Happy it's the weekend. And yeah, I don't have a lot of plans this weekend. My mom called me this afternoon and she asked if I would take her to Walmart tomorrow because she wants to pick up a few things. And, you know, Dad's not really one for just wandering around the Walmart, so I said no problem. So that's pretty much all I have planned this weekend, except for a lot of reading. I really need to catch up on BookTube. My watch later list is out of control. So, So yeah, so currently reading, of course this is the next day from the last vlog that you guys would have seen. So I'm still reading all four of the same books. My current print book is Holiday Homecoming Secrets by Lynette Eason, about this is a love-inspired suspense novel about a woman who is a police officer, and she is tracking, actually right now at the point of the book that I'm at, the friend of theirs has gone missing and is presumed to have been murdered. So they're trying to find that out. The gentleman who's helping her is a private investigator, and he was, or is, no, he is, the brother of her best friend. And they had a fling 6 years ago one night while she was in college, and she now has a 5-year-old daughter that's his. But he doesn't know that. He served some time in Afghanistan. Afghanistan. And then he came back, and after being injured, he lost part of his leg. So he's an amputee. And he kind of went off the grid and didn't want to talk to anybody. So she'd been trying to get in touch with him to let him know, but he wasn't around. So that's that book. The other one, my current audiobook, I'm loving so much. It's called One Day in December, I think it is. Is it One Day in December? Yes, because I keep getting it confused with the one I read last year, which was something A Year in December. I can't remember. It had like a very similar title. But anyway, this is by Rosie Curtis. This is a lot of people on BookTube and Bookstagram are talking about this one right now. And I am loving it, absolutely loving it. Unless it goes completely off the rails at some point towards the end, I'm about 75% of the way through it. I absolutely predict that this will get a 5-star review from me because I am loving it, especially on audio. It's so good on audio. So yeah, highly recommend that one. I will actually finish that one tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. Sorry, the camera's on a really odd angle. I didn't prop it up on book, so I'm kind of leaning down just a little bit. But what else am I currently reading? My 40 Years of Harlequin book is Alaskan Christmas Cold Case, which I'm not liking as much as the other love-inspired suspense, the Homecoming Holiday one. But this one is about a serial killer in a small Alaskan town, and he's going after one of the state troopers, a female by the name of Erin. So he has already killed a lot of her friends, and she is like the next, on his list, or the last on his list, if you will, excuse me. So yeah, I'm not loving that one as much, but holy cow, I've got the hiccups. Pardon me, guys. But I predict on getting that one done tomorrow as well, because I'm a little over 50% of the way through that one, and they're really quick, easy reads. And last but not least, I'm reading a couple chapters every night of Stacy's Emergency by Anna Martin, book number 43, I think, in the Babysitters Club. So yeah, so I'm enjoying that one. And I will talk more about that one when I get it done. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Pretty boring Friday. Actually, I can't say that. It was a good Friday today because I think I might have mentioned in my last vlog, today was ugly sweater day at work. So they encourage you to wear like your ugly sweater. And there were some great ones, you guys. Oh my gosh. So I had my Christmas earrings. I have 2 pairs of Christmas earrings. The other ones are light bulbs. I'm going to wear those on Christmas Eve. But I also have, hold on, I'm going to angle this down real quick just so you guys can see my shirt. It says fa la 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 llama. So a lot of people were like, oh, now we're at an angle. A lot of people are like, that's not ugly, it's cute. And I'm like, isn't it? It's adorable. So anyway, the best part is at the end of the day, like during the day, one of the guys who works with the social committee, he walked around the office and he was taking pictures of everybody wearing something festive, right? And some people went all out. There was one guy in the parts area who was wearing, I would show his picture if I could, but of course, privacy, I'm not going to do that. But he was wearing the ugliest, most awesome jacket. It was a suit jacket, and it was red, and it had Christmas trees all over it. A suit jacket. And then he had a Santa hat on that had like sequins on it. I'm like, he should have won. But anyway, they had 3 prizes. So because they didn't, in years past, they used to vote. But of course, as you guys know, with stuff like that, it becomes like a popularity thing, and they wanted to make it fair. So everybody who wore something, including myself, the name went into a randomizer, and my name was picked. And me and 2 other people won. I won a $15 gift certificate to the local, like to the movies, to Cineplex. That was awesome. So I sent Garrett a text and told him. He's like, "Oh, that's a good date night." And I said, "Yes, for sure." So that's pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy with that. I, don't generally get to win a lot of things. And then they had in the lunchroom a gourmet hot chocolate stand. So they had the big metal crafts, like, you pour the spigot in the hot liquid. You see them for coffee or water. So they had those filled with hot chocolate, and then you had your little styrofoam cups. And then they had like a buffet area, like, all these toppings. So you could put whipped cream, marshmallows, candy canes. They had chocolate chips. They had sprinkles, lots of different sprinkles. And they had coconut too. So you can really dress up your hot chocolate. What a lovely thing for the company to do. Seriously, it was really, really, it was really sweet. Literally, it was really sweet. And then they also had a gingerbread house building little area, where if you wanted to, you could build a gingerbread house. So some of the people were doing that on their lunch break. So that was pretty awesome too. So all in all, it was a good day. And yeah, so I have, of course, it's the weekend, so I'm off. And then I go back on Monday and Tuesday, but it should be quiet already. As I said last week in my last vlog, this week is slowing down a great deal. Today, I got a lot of out of office replies from my customers with like, "Oh, we're out of the office until the 27th or until the new year." So I predict that Monday and Tuesday are going to be really quiet at work. Glad I'm going to have my book on my phone, because I predict we'll be getting a lot of reading done. But anyway, before I let you guys go, I have to pick my next yarn for my next tea and my next yarn, because I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 5 yarns I still need to put in, but that's my job for tomorrow, including the next two I'm going to pick. So I'll have 7 in total that I have to put in. I've been adding 2 a day. Instead of just the 1, I've been putting 2 in a day. My goal is to put 2 in a day, because if I can do that, then at the end of the month, because I'm going right till the 31st of December, I will have finished the next row on my blanket. So tomorrow when I sit down and do a little recording for you guys, I will show you my knitting update as well. So the 20th today is down here. Here it is, the 20th. We shall dump that out. Didn't want to come out. Oh, guys. Okay, so in the last vlog, I opened up, what was it called? Frosty something? Frozen something? Bear with, guys. Forever Frosty. It was delicious. Absolutely delicious. It was fruity with just a little bit of spice. Oh, it was so, so good. You guys need to try it if you are going to order from David's. I don't know whether it's available. It said it was a limited edition. I don't know if it was just in the calendar. I hope not, because I might, if we get some money, I might like to try and order some, but we shall see. Oh, this I'm making tonight. Hot chocolate. I think I have just a little bit of this left in my cupboard. So I'm not going to open this one, but I'll open the one from my cupboard and I'll have it. But I will come back, because I'm going to do this vlog for the whole week. I will come back and do a quick little clip showing you guys, letting you guys get like, it's not a first impression because I've had this before, but literally this tastes like hot chocolate. It's awesome. So yeah, actually, no, I'm not going to have that tonight. Maybe I'll have it tomorrow, because speaking of hot chocolate, I stopped at Tim Hortons on my way home from work. It's Friday. And I got Garrett an ice cap, because it doesn't matter if it's minus 40 degrees out. Garrett needs an ice cap. And I got a candy cane white hot chocolate. So I'm going to be drinking that tonight while I'm knitting on my blanket and watching some booktube. So yeah, so that is the next one. But I will have it tomorrow, and I'll let you guys see. I wish you could smell it. It smells just like hot chocolate. It's to die for. And I'm pretty sure it's available all year round. It's a black tea, so this is actually a very high caffeine count. So it's a good thing I'm not drinking this tonight. I'll save it for tomorrow. But let me reach all the way back here. Oh, and side note, I built my TBR last night. I completely put together my January TBR, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. I think I have 20, 23, 27. Got a lot of books on my TBR for January, you guys. So, but that's okay. You guys know, like, but what I love is that because I'm doing all these challenges, like I'm doing the Stacking the Series again, I am doing my TBR jar, my TBR series jar, and stuff like that, that I am reading books that are backlist books, which I am so thrilled about. So yeah, so anyway, back to the yarn in my little snowman box here. I think I'm going to have to add some more yarn to this week to pick from because we're running a bit low, you guys. So we will pick the first one. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, look at that, you guys. Look at the purple. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I do like that purple. So that will be next. I've got this, you guys can't see it, but on the other side of my table, or on this other half of my table, I've got them all lined up in the order they're going to go in the blanket in. So they're not just going to be random me just pulling these out. Like, they are random me just pulling them out, but I'm putting them in the blanket in the order that I'm pulling them out. And oh my gosh, this is stunning. Okay, hold on. I'm going to see if I can focus a little bit better. There you go. It's like purples and grays and greens and yellows. Oh, that is lovely. I would love a sweater in those colors. Like a colorwork sweater. Ooh, and to do the main body in that gray and then have those blues and purples. Or greens and purples be like, in, what is it called? Fair Isle? In like Fair Isle? You know, where it goes around the yoke like this? You guys know what I'm talking about. We all had one when we were kids, right? But they're like the thing now. And there are a bunch of patterns out there that I want to knit that have that. I'm going to have to keep this in mind. I might have to make a note for myself for later. Anyway, refocus on me. Hello! So, those are the next ones going into the blanket. Very exciting. I have a lot to knit on this weekend. Oh, and my friend Andrea, excuse me for reaching again, guys. My friend Andrea messaged me because she's been watching these. And this one came from her. This is one I opened a few days ago. This actually glows in the dark. It's from a company called Wild Hair Fiber. And Garrett and I, my very first year at Rhinebeck, we both bought a skein of yarn from this company. Garrett knit his already. And one of the squares is in my blanket. I have not knit mine yet. And it's been like 5 years. This is why I don't need to buy yarn, you guys. I have more than enough. I am not hurting for things to knit with, to yarn to knit with, nor books to read. I am good. Oh, and did I tell you guys yesterday? I don't know if I did. It was such a good day yesterday. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw this. I was approved for the new Christina Lauren book on NetGalley. So it's called The Honey-Do List, and it comes out in March. I cannot wait. Look for that review coming in March, obviously, but I am so stoked about that. Yay! So yeah, so I was so super thrilled I got approved for that. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. I will update you tomorrow. Maybe I'll take you around Walmart with Mom and I. We shall see if I remember to bring the camera out while we're walking around so you can see my lovely mom. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. Happy Saturday. It is December the 21st. Happy first day of winter. Happy winter solstice. Happy or Merry Yule to any of my pagan friends out there. So, yes, first day of winter. It was actually not a bad day today. It got all the way up to -3 today, so bonus. Did not get any video out and about. Picked up my mom. We kind of just went. She was buying a new pair of winter boots, and oh, if I had the money, you guys, I saw a gorgeous pair by UGG of all places. But like the outside was a proper winter boot with a proper sole and all that stuff, and they laced up. But the inside was like the inside of an UGG boot. Now I never understood the whole thing of people wearing UGG boots outside. They are not meant for outside. They're very thin and not very water resistant, but these were gorgeous. I love them, but now I know next year to look for, because my winter boots will do me till the end of this season. I will probably need new ones next year. But now I know to save my money, and I'll go and that's what I'm going to look for, because it was like putting your foot into a slipper. Oh, they were delightful. Anyway, so we did that. Then we went over to Walmart, and we were leaving Walmart, and when I have the clicker for my car to lock it and unlock it. Usually when I do that, the headlights come on or off. Now, I knew I had one burnt out, and I've had one burnt out for probably over a month now. I know, I'm being a bad driver, but financially we just didn't have the money to get it replaced. So I noticed though when I was at Walmart that I thought, you know, at first I clicked it and the lights didn't come on. The indicator lights, like your left and right lights, that lit up, but my actual headlights didn't light up. So I thought, okay, that's odd. So we got to my mom's house, and so I could drop her off, and I left the car running, and my car is on automatic. So if it gets dark, my headlights automatically come on. But it was bright and sunny out, so they wouldn't have been on. So I turned them on. You can also, you know, have the option to turn them on. So I went and turned them on, and neither one of them lit up. And I was like, oh, cripes. Both my headlights are now burnt out. Now I have to get them fixed. And all I saw was like money just flying away. Something we don't have a lot of right now, of course. So I went over I dropped my mom off. I went back over to Walmart because they have a Mr. Lube on the premises. Like I don't know if you guys have Mr. Lube in the States. I'm pretty sure you do. And went in, and the guy was super nice. And I said, listen, I said, both my headlights are burnt out. I need them replaced. You know, how quickly can we do this? And he's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. He goes, it depends. Some makes and models, you need to take the tires off. Some you need to take the bumper off. Some you can just reach in and do it. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I drive a Chevy Trax, if that helps. He's like, well, I got to look at it. So anyway, they brought it in, and he told me, he's like, with tax and an installation, all that, about $42 each bulb. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Can I catch a break, please? So he came back, he had said that to me, if we have them in stock as well. So he came back in about 5 minutes later, or about 2 minutes later, and he goes, only your one headlight is burnt out. And I said, really? Because neither one of them would come on. And he brought me out and showed me, and yes, the other one was working. And I'm like, oh my gosh, yay. And it must have been something with the settings when I was fiddling with it. I don't know. So he goes, do you want me to replace both of them? And I'm like, no, if one is still working, leave that one, just replace the other one. Figure it's already in there, right? So it only cost me $41 or $42, which was nice, instead of like $84, plus tax and all that fun stuff. And they literally did it in 5 minutes, which was great. So I don't think I was in there more than 10 minutes from start to finish. So that was fantastic. So that happened. And then I came home and was kind of relaxed around here. I did decide to go ahead and I started working on my journal. Now, I was thinking about doing a separate video of this. If you guys want me to, I still will. But I'll just give you a very, very quick, I'll just show you guys really, really quickly. So like I added in the first page there, printed all this out. It's far from perfect, but I love it. There's my my monthly TBR. I'm just kind of giving you guys a little flash of what it looks like. And then I'll just show you guys one of the weekly spreads. Oh, my mom bought both of the cats when we were at Walmart because she calls them her grand kitties. She bought both them stockings, and we hung them on the tree. Like, you know the stockings that have all the cat toys in them? So we hung it from the tree, and Goran was like trying to knock it off the tree. So we opened it up, and he's now got all the catnip stuffed toys. He's like laying on them almost. So anyway, very quick overview of... But yeah, if you guys are interested, I will do another full walkthrough like I did in November and December. I'm happy to do that. But do let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested. I mean, what I was actually thinking was, maybe I'll do it like halfway through the month, and then that way you guys can see how I fill it out. So, do you know what I'm saying? So maybe we'll do that, and then like there's going to be for like my finished books and stuff. So I had a lot of fun doing this afternoon while I watched a couple of episodes of CSI. I needed to balance the cuteness of this with like the grittiness of CSI. So anyway, what did I read today? I got quite a bit of reading done today, you guys, which is awesome. So I have an hour, a little bit less than an hour left on my current audiobook, which is, and I have my tablet so I can show you guys pictures now. We Met in December by Rosie Curtis. I am loving this so much. And I was it was funny, I was watching the Under the Covers book blog last night, and Suzanne was doing her November wrap-up, and she read this one in November, and she said she was disappointed in it because she was expecting like a romance, and it's not really, you know, it's not a true romance in the sense of a romance novel, but it's so good. Like I was telling my mom about it today, and I said, Mom, I think you'd really love this one, because she really is one of those people that like loves everything British. You know, she's been to England, I think 3 or 4 times. Her ex-fiance, way back before she met my dad, his parents were from the UK, and she used to, on weekends, when she would be over there visiting, they would watch Coronation Street, and that's where she found her love of Coronation Street, and to this day she still watches it. So my parents have been married for, how old are you, Garrett? You're 43, right? You'll be 44?
43.
You'll be 43?
I am 43.
You are 40, so you'll be 40.
Something.
He's something. We can't remember how old Garrett is.
I stopped counting.
So my parents will be married 44 years next year because they married the same year Garrett was born, in 76. So this was like probably close to 50 years ago now, right? So pretty awesome. But I kept saying to her, I'm like, you'd love this. It's so British. It's the only way I can describe it. And as a Canadian, because we are a lot more immersed in British culture in a way, being, you know, one of the colonies, you know, it's more prevalent to us. Like, for example, and I've said this before, I think, on this channel, but in case you're a bit more new, the first Harry Potter book that came out in the US, it was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Yes, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. In the UK, like, the original title that J.K. Rowling had was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. And in Canada, it was also the Philosopher's Stone. And I have heard that the US editions were actually changed. So, like, for example, when Miss Weasley knits, yes, I have read the first Harry Potter, but I didn't continue on with the series. When she knits sweaters for her sons or for her kids for Christmas, in the US version, they are called sweaters. In the UK and Canadian editions of the book, they're jumpers. That's, you know what I mean? Like, they have different words for different things. Wellies is one of my favorite. In this book, this one right here that I'm reading, they talk about this little girl jumping through puddles wearing her wellies, which are her, like, rain boots. It's delightful. I love it so much. Read this book. Full review. You guys will have already seen my full review on this by the time you see this video. Or no, you won't, because I won't finish this one till tomorrow, so it's not going to be included in my wrap-up. My wrap-ups, the books that I do for my wrap-ups on Sunday stop on Saturday. Even if I finish the book Sunday morning before I do the wrap-up, I have my cutoff on Saturday. It's an easy way for me to remember if I included a book in a wrap-up or not. Then I did finish 2 books this week. So these ones you will have seen the full reviews on before before this vlog goes up. So the first one was the ebook that I was reading, and that was Holiday Homecoming Secrets by Lynette Eason. I really enjoyed this one. Love-inspired suspense, obviously, as you can tell. Really great mystery. It did have the whole secret baby thing that kind of went on about, you know, the fact that they had a relationship before they got married. Excuse me. And I had mentioned this in another, excuse me, I've got the hiccups, in another video or something like that, about how I'm noticing more and more with a lot of these more faith-based and Christian-based romance novels, that the characters will have a relationship prior to, an adult relationship prior to the start of this book, and there's often a secret baby or something, and they're not married, which I know goes a lot against a lot of Christian values. And, you know, one of my viewers, she really broke this down really nicely, and pretty much what she said is, like, maybe it's like a redeeming thing in this book, like they sinned in a way, you know, when they were younger, and now, do you know what I mean? Maybe I might be paraphrasing, I apologize. But yeah, I can see that. Again, these are not beliefs that I have personally, but I see it and I understand. But I guess that the authors want to find a way to put that child in there, while still having the couple have a relationship. So it was good. I enjoyed it. I actually gave it 4 stars. It was really well written. I believe it's a standalone. I'm pretty sure it's a standalone. So yeah, really enjoyable. I also finished my 40 Years of Harlequin project book, which was another love-inspired suspense, which was Alaskan Christmas Cold Case by Sarah Varland. This one I didn't love quite so much. This one got a 3-star. It was a really good story, but I still felt that, like, the first 25% of this, I was totally confused. And I feel like it feels like it should be part of a series. I feel like there's probably, like, you get introduced to characters, and the way you're introduced to them, it's like you should already know who they are. And it really threw me out of the story a bit too much at the beginning. But then as you started getting into it, it got better. I also didn't much care for Erin, the main character. In one aspect, she was tough as nails, and I can do this, and I don't need you to help me. Almost a bit stubborn in a way. And then in another, she's like cowering, and, like, she's not cowering, but she's like sitting there biting her nails because she's like, you know, I get it. She was scared about the serial killer and stuff like that, but I just felt that she flip-flopped way too much with her emotions, and it just wasn't very believable. But yeah, I mean, it was still a good story, and it was interesting, and I was interested to find out who the killer was and all those things. Again, this one's listed as a standalone, but I've gone everywhere and looked. Maybe I should check the author's website itself to see if it's listed as part of a series, because I'm sure it is. She has a lot of other Alaskan books that she's written, so I bet you they're all part of a series. But yeah, that would be nice if that was written down somewhere, so, you know, those of us who are reading it could read it as a series. Do you know what I mean? And then the last thing I'm reading, picked this up last night, haven't picked it up yet today though, is Stacy's Emergency by Anna Martin, of course, Babysitter's Club number 43. Stacy's in the hospital having a diabetic issue, and that's pretty much the premise of this. They've been leading up to this over the last however many books, probably the last 5 or 6 books at least, that Stacy hasn't been feeling well, that she hasn't been doing well, and now she's had like an episode and she's gone to the hospital. I don't know if I mentioned this in my last vlog, and I'll probably mention this in my wrap-up next week, but the one thing that I found very interesting is that in this book, it's listed, and I've read it in other books, like books going on in the series, that when I was younger, that Stacy is what is called a brittle diabetic. And I never knew what that meant. I mean, I'm assuming it was, you know, she obviously is not like my mom. I think my mom's a type 2 where you just have to watch your food intake, and I think she has to take a couple medications. She's not insulin dependent. Let's put it that way. She's not on insulin. Stacy is. So that would be what, a type 1? I'm sorry if I don't know the terminology correctly. But she's considered to be a brittle diabetic, and I just thought, well, maybe that's like a step up from type 1. Well, I Google searched it because I was curious if it was actually a thing. Now, don't forget, these were written in the very early 90s. So I went on and I searched it, and I looked at the Mayo Clinic website. So I was looking at legitimate sources. I was not looking at Wikipedia. But like the Mayo Clinic and WebMD.com, which are two that I trust. I wouldn't, if I had a condition, I wouldn't go and look it up. I'd wait to talk to my doctor. But for purely research purposes. So it turns out that brittle diabetics, it's a very bad thing, and it's a very rare thing. And these people, these are the people who have like those, I don't know if you've ever seen or heard of this before, but they actually have an insulin drip constantly going into them, like it's a pack. I actually used to work with a woman who had one, an insulin pump, I believe it's called. And oftentimes these people end up in hospital. Like a lot of the time they end up in hospital. And it actually says, like on both the websites I looked at, that these people, they find it very difficult to live a normal life. They talked a lot about actually going on disability if you are a brittle diabetic, because you don't know from one day to the next whether your blood sugar is going to be up or down. No matter how good you are, no matter how well you eat and you take your insulin and you do this, your blood sugar can just suddenly spike or drop for absolutely no reason. And I just found it interesting that they pushed her to that point in this story, because logically thinking about it, reading what I've read, that to me, Stacy would be a lot sicker most of the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is the one big time that they had where she ends up very sick in the series. Now, granted, the series runs in, you know, if you were looking at it timeline-wise, it takes place over the course of a year. Because that they celebrate however many Christmases and however many back to school and blah, blah, blah. You guys know how these series stories worked if you read them when you were younger too. But it just seems like if she was my child, you know, the super specials, she goes to Europe. She goes to Hawaii, I think. She goes to like a camp. She goes, and if she was in fact that sick, then she wouldn't be doing those things if it was my child. I'm sorry that you'd like to go to Europe, but you are far too sick, and we don't know if you wake up in Europe and suddenly your blood sugar is through the roof high. We're not there to treat. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I found that interesting as an adult reading it. As a child reading it, I probably would have gone, oh, she sounds very sick, and then continued on. But as an adult, you kind of look into these things a bit more. You know what I mean? So that part of it was kind of interesting. So, yeah, so that's it for reading today. I'm going to pull some more yarn. I did not get a lot more knit. And my plan right now, it is almost 8 o'clock. Garrett's cooking pizza for dinner. And yummy pizza. We're having, oh, it's done. We're having Canadian pizza. You can get it from Delicio. We just get the frozen pizzas.
Pop-Tart with the ketchup.
It's what?
The Pop-Tart with the ketchup.
Pop-Tart with the ketchup. Garrett says, I don't know what that's from.
The Guru.
The Guru.
Justin Timberlake says it.
Oh, Justin Timberlake. Okay, I don't know Justin. I mean, I know Justin Timberlake from NSYNC, but that's pretty much where it stopped for me. But anyway, it's regular pizza, but it's got what? Pepperoni, bacon, and mushrooms. It's really yummy. So anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna have pizza. I'm gonna watch some more BookTube. That's my game plan, and I'm gonna knit like a fiend on my blanket. and again tomorrow as well. Tomorrow, because this vlog is going to go up like, you know, one day, I'll probably show you guys my knitting stuff tomorrow, because the blankets I'm halfway through a square. But I'll do a sit down tomorrow and just show you guys my knitting. Other than my sock and my blanket, that's all that's gotten knit on this week. The other things haven't even been picked up. You know, I've been at work and stuff like that, but 2 more days of work and then I'm off on vacay. So we'll start with the tea. There's my hot chocolate tea that I did not put in the cupboard yesterday. Tonight, I'm thinking tonight's tea I might have to drink. So what did I say it was? The 21st, the first day of winter. Here's the 21st down here. Right there. We shall dump it out. And tell me it's something wintry. Something with a wintry... Sleigh ride! That works. Sleigh ride is super yummy. This is a fruit infusion. Sorry, guys. Sweet, tart, and spicy. I've had this one before. I like it a lot. I will have it tonight. I will do a little clip tonight for you guys to give you my impression of it, because I haven't had it since last year. I know I like it, but I cannot 100% remember exactly what it tastes like. So, put the tea back. We'll grab this. Now, I said yesterday I needed to put more yarn in here because I'm running low. Now, I have a huge bin that I bought at Walmart. It's like that deep, about that wide, and it's filled with packs of minis. Because I buy them or I get them as gifts. Like, I get them from my friends in like little Ziploc bags, and I throw them in there. And then when I need to refill this, I go in and I grab a couple of them and then I dump them in here, mix it all up, and I just pull the next ones. I have friends of mine who are like diligent. I promise you guys I haven't been drinking. Diligent about knowing exactly what yarn is what or who it came from. Sarah does not have time for that. I was doing that at the beginning as best as I could, and I just kind of gave it up because I'm just now enjoying knitting into the blanket. But I did go and grab some, so I just thought I'd show them to you guys before I throw them in here. So this first one came from one of my friends. It's got my name on it. I'm pretty sure this was probably Rhinebeck last year. I have no idea who gave this to me. So I just thought I'd kind of show these to you guys. So we've got mini skein. Oh, I wonder if these were from Sue. It might have been. Sue from the Tangled Skein. So yeah, so there's that one. And then these ones, I'm not going to show them all to you guys. So there's those ones. Now the other two, so they're going to go in here and get mixed up. Like a salad. Mix them up. The next set. Sorry for the crinkling. I bought this one. This is the Unwind Yarn Company. I don't know if they still do yarn, but this was their Halloween colorways. So all their Halloween colorways, you got 30 yards per mini, 10 mini, so it was 300 yards. Look at those, you guys. Aren't they awesome? I'm almost debating. What I might do is, what am I at? 2, 4, 6. What I might do, and how many's in here? What did I say, 10? 10. So maybe what I'll do is, instead of pulling from here, for the next couple days, is I'll pull from here. So all of these end up together because it is a set. Does that make sense? So I think I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to randomly reach in here and pull 2 out. And they'll be the next 2. So that'll be kind of fun. So at least I can keep the set together. Now, speaking of sets, these are going to be the next ones. This is from a company called Jinx Yarn. Jinkies. Jinkies? No, this is not from Jinkies. Is this from Brew City Yarns? I think this was Brew City Yarns. I think I bought this set at Chicago because they were at Chicago. You can no longer buy them online. You can only buy them in their store. And it's somewhere in the Midwest. I'm not sure where. But this is the Scooby-Doo mini set. 6-pack mini, an 80-20. So 40 yards of each. So I should actually be able to get like 2 minis or 2 squares out of each of these. Same with these ones. Same with most of the ones because my squares are so small. Look at these, you guys. Is that not Scooby-Doo? So let's see if we can figure out who everybody is. So we've got... Oh, Garrett, I'm going to need your help. The girl in the purple from Scooby-Doo. Daphne. Daphne. So you've got Daphne, Fred, Velma, Shaggy. Who else would it be?
Scooby, Shaggy. There's only the 5.
Scooby, Shaggy. Oh, maybe the van. Maybe one of them was the van. I don't know. That one's got to be Scooby.
How many total are there?
There's 6.
Yeah, one would be the van.
One must be the
machine.
The mystery machine. So yeah, but are they not, like, you could just look at the colors and say, like, yeah, that is Daphne, you know, like, that is Fred, that's Velma, right? These other 3, I'm pretty sure the one with mostly brown in it must be Scooby. The one with mostly green in it, see, this is where it's throwing me off.
Could be the van.
Could be the van. But then it could also be Shaggy. Because he wore a green shirt and brown pants. Right? If you guys have any ideas, let me know down below. But anyway, so I think that's what I'm going to do. So this is going to go back up top. I'm going to put this in here so we don't lose it. And actually, I'll put this one in here too when I'm done, so they don't go missing. But sorry for the crinkling. I'm going to reach in here at random. Grab one. So there is one from the Halloween set. Kind of want them all to fall out. Ooh. And there's the other one, you guys. So those are going to go in the blanket next. Let me... Ah! Yarn down. Ah, now they're a little messed up, but that's okay. Excuse me. So there. And we'll stick them in there. Lid on. That over there. Man, I just put that one back. And you guys watched me do it and none of you said anything. Which one? There it is. There we go. All right. So, these are the next 2 going in the blanket, the Halloween. And like I said, there is enough yardage in these for me to probably get 2 squares out of it. So what I tend to do is once I've knit a square of it, I roll these into 2 little balls. Grab this one. Like that. And then I knit from it. And I generally, like I said, have enough for 2. So then what I do is I put them aside and I have Ziploc bags of my own that I will then fill with. When I eventually run out of minis in that container, which will probably happen sooner rather than later because I'm dwindling on them, I need to go online and see where I can find minis. I can then open up these and start adding these back in again. So a lot, like the blanket's not going to be like all these different colors, like, you know, 1,600 different yarns. No, a lot of them are going to be duplicates, and I'm perfectly fine with that. So yeah, so yay. So there are the next 2. Let me put them down there. There we go. All right. Longer clip, sorry you guys. I will let you go. Tomorrow's going to be a chill and relaxed day at home. I'm so super excited because tomorrow I'm going to be starting A Madness of Sunshine by Nalini Singh. So yay, I'm looking forward to that book. I'm going to finish off One Day in December, and I'll be starting another audiobook tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's the knitting one, the Knitting in New York one, the Hanukkah story. No, that's not the Hanukkah story. No, there is a Hanukkah one, but I'll be reading that one more towards like after Christmas. Because it's the only one that I don't have for review. It's the only ebook that I'm reading that wasn't for review. But I did decide to add in another audiobook that was not originally on my list to read this month. Because, you know what? No, I'm going to save that for another clip. So I'll talk about that one later. Anyway, guys, that is all that I have. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Good morning, BookTube. It is the 23rd of December, and I'm coming to you from my car. I apologize. There was no clip at all yesterday. Excuse me, first time I really had to talk all morning. It's about 10 to 8, and it is currently +1 degrees outside, which is lovely. I am just sitting in the car waiting for it to defrost. As you can see, my windows are a little bit covered in frost, but not so bad enough I need to scrape them, or just put some heat on them and they'll nicely defrost. Anyway, like I said, no clip yesterday. About 11:30 I was going to bed and I realized that I hadn't filmed anything. And I'm like, oh gosh darn it. And I had a relatively lazy day yesterday. I only went out once to the dollar store to pick up a couple things I needed. Sandwich bags and like, my glasses keep fogging up. Sandwich bags and what else? Paper towels. So that kind of thing I typically buy from the dollar store just because it's easier. So anyway, my hair is just, it's so floofy today. So yeah, back to work this morning just for 2 days, and then I'm off for 8. It is, I think I said it was 10 to 8 in the morning. This is later than when I normally leave for work, but I predict today and especially tomorrow the roads are going to be like totally empty, pretty much. I think all the kids are off of school now for the holiday break. And so I'm not worried about traffic, or even if I'm a few minutes late, I'm pretty sure most people aren't going to care. Half of the office will not be there, I have a feeling. And because I cover reception, she has a list that she keeps every day of who's in and who's out of the office. So if somebody calls for somebody or whatever, you kind of know if they're on vacay, and you can tell the person that, oh, sorry, so-and-so's on vacation until whenever. And last week, the list kept getting longer every day. So, like I said, I predict today and tomorrow are going to be relatively quiet. I got a lot of out of offices on Friday from my customers with stuff like, out, I will be back on the 27th or whatever the case, whereas I finish off tomorrow and am not back to the 2nd of January. So, yay. So I wanted to pop on here too with a couple little announcements, kind of an idea, just as a little chatty part, no book related or anything like that. First of all, I think I'm going to end the vlog tomorrow. And by that, I mean for the rest of the year. I'm not going to continue vlogging after Christmas. It's a lot of work, and I think you guys know that. And those of you who might vlog and stuff like that as well, it's a lot of work. And I just kind of want this break for myself. I'm still going to be doing my regular videos. And so I think what I'm going to do is finish this one off tomorrow, post it on Christmas Day, and then on Thursday I'll have a video coming out, my usual Thursday video. And then on Friday I'm going to do a Friday Reads. So I thought that would be kind of fun. And then we'll be back to regular content the following week, with my regular Tuesday, Thursday, Friday Reads and stuff like that. So yeah, I just think that that's what I want to do now. Vlogs are not going away. I had an idea yesterday. I think I said already, I've said it before, that I'm going to try and vlog at least one weekend a month in the new year. Unless I'm going somewhere, like when I go to Rhinebeck, that'll be a separate vlog. And, if I do any other trips or anything like that, yes. And, well, I probably will not do Vlogmas next year, next December. I think I'm still going to go with the 12 days of Bookmas, and do like 12 videos from the 12th to the 24th. I think that'll be a lot of fun. But anyway, so I'm ending the vlog tomorrow. I'm not telling you guys what my idea is for next year, but what I really wanted was, I didn't want just random weekend vlogs, like, oh, a weekend reading vlog. I wanted something with purpose, because if I don't have that, I tend to just film like at night for 15 minutes or so, and it's just me sitting in front of a camera. It's no different than, any other video that I would do. So these are not necessarily going to be out and about vlogs, but what I'm going to be doing, and I'll talk more about it again when I do my my TBR for January, is I am going to be picking every month a specific book that I'm going to be reviewing, like a NetGalley read. And I am going to make sure I read that book over the course of a weekend, and I will be doing like a true reading vlog of me reading the book from start to finish and my thoughts as I go. So I thought that would be a lot of fun. So that's my plan for the vlogs in the new year. But yeah, so anyway, like I said, that quick announcement that the vlogs are ending. This is the last one for the year, the one that you guys are watching now. And we'll be continuing on in 2020. Oh, sorry, my arm moved on the steering wheel. I've got it propped up on my steering wheel right now. These windows are not defrosted. Oh, no, driver's side window's doing pretty good, and the front window's doing pretty good. Anyway, the other announcement that I had, and this is only for a small majority of you, some of you have asked me to do a tutorial on my sock yarn blanket. So I tried yesterday. I filmed my videos yesterday, my weekly reviews, and the 2 videos going up later this week, the one on Tuesday and the one on Thursday, and I tried for over an hour to try and get it somewhat that it made sense. Not that I didn't know what I was talking about, like showing you guys how to knit the blanket. The problem is that I don't have the setup to be able to show you guys my hands. Does that make, I know it sounds silly, but like if you look at all the people who do plan with me videos and stuff like that, they have a specific setup to allow their camera to point down and show what their hands are doing or what's on their table. I don't have that. I do have a little tripod that I use for filming my regular videos, but I couldn't figure out how to get it to work. And I was getting very, very frustrated. So I thought I did not want to put out a garbage tutorial on that, because it's not fair to you guys who have asked for it. So what I did instead is I went and spent a bit of time on YouTube yesterday, because for those of you who don't know, I am a completely self-taught YouTube knitter. That's how I learned, was all through YouTube. and I found this great 3-part tutorial by, I think, Knitting in Bloom or Knitting Blooms, that I will leave link to all 3 parts in the description box below. And she does the exact same blanket that I'm doing, the mitered square blanket by Shelley Kang, the same pattern that I'm using. I will leave link to the pattern as well, and just a few little notes about my own blanket and what I do slightly differently than she does. Really, this blanket, it's a do your own thing kind of thing. Like, if you have the basic idea, the basic pattern, and she does, like, one video is how to do your first square, the second video is how to, like, join the squares together. It's fantastic. So, you know what? I'm not going to try and reinvent the wheel. I will show you guys. I will leave link to all those and let you guys see them. She's awesome. I used to watch her when I watched knitting podcasts. She was a favorite of mine. She's very well spoken. The directions are clear. You can see what she's doing. It's totally better than anything that I could do, you guys. But bless you, thank you for asking. But I will still be showing the blanket. Anyway, I gotta head out now. I've been talking to you guys for 7 minutes, and the car is significantly warmed up. And I will talk to you guys tonight about my reading. Talk to you then. Bye. Hi, BookTube. Merry Christmas Eve. Yes, I have not recorded since yesterday morning. This is the reason why I'm not continuing the vlogs after today. Because frankly, at night, I'm just relaxing and I'm loving it, and I need, you know, just some time for me to read and relax and watch BookTube and do some knitting. So, update, it is right now, what time is it? I think it's just after 4 o'clock. I am home from work, yay, obviously. I am sitting right now in my bedroom, or in our bedroom, right in front of my makeup table. I'm not going to show it to you because it's a mess, but some of my makeup stuff behind me, some stuff on there with the light above it, and then this behind me over here, sorry, you can see me in the mirror, over here is my New Age bookshelf with all of my witchy books and stuff like that. I keep them in here with my black cat stuffed toy up there. But anyway, and perfumes and lotions and a very girly little area back here. So anyway, yeah, I just got off of work. I got off at work at 3. It was a full day. That's what they were saying, is that we were open a full day. But, you know, most people, if they came in at all, left around noon. More people trickled in around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So I was literally, I think I took 1 phone call today, and I answered 3 whole emails. So it was not a busy day. Got a lot of reading done today at work, which was nice. As Garrett jokingly said to me yesterday and today, because it was so quiet at work. Yesterday was, you know, a little bit busier. I think I answered, you know, 10 emails yesterday and took 3 phone calls. In comparison, I can send anywhere between 100 to 150 emails a day. That's how busy I am. And then the phone calls. The phone calls are not as much. Mostly it's email, at least with my customers. And I prefer that, and they know that unless it's an emergency, give me a call, because it's easier for email, you know? So anyway, yeah, at 3 o'clock, or my manager messaged me around noon, and she said, because she's in Buffalo, New York, and she said, you know, she's letting the girls in Buffalo leave between 2 and 2:30, and she said, because we are head office, and the president of the company was in, and he does this every year on Christmas Eve, is he does a walk around 2:30 in the afternoon to see who's actually still in the building, because technically it's supposed to be a full day. And he'll come around, he'll shake your hand, say Merry Christmas. I have never seen him do this, but everybody else tells me he does. So maybe I just happen to not be there, because managers every other year have let us go around 2:30, 3 o'clock. So 3 o'clock, it was about 10 to 3, and Richard, who's the manager on the Canadian side, came over and kind of like, just go home, you know, like this, right? So off I went. I had to make a couple pit stops on the way home. I had to stop at I stopped at Giant Tiger. They didn't have what I was looking for. So I stopped at the dollar store. They did. And it was probably far cheaper than what I would have paid at Giant Tiger. And Giant Tiger, I don't know if you guys have that in the States. It's like a very, very discounted type, like it's like a cheaper version of Walmart, if you will. So anyway, actually, a lot of the times, though, they're not that cheap. You know, there may be more of a not as well stocked Walmart, and much, much smaller, of course. You know, it's the kind of place that you'd run into if you needed something on the way home. They do have some grocery items and stuff like that. And, you know, but anyway, regardless, I stopped, I picked up what I needed to get. I was getting my dad some word search puzzles for Christmas. I thought maybe Giant Tiger would have them, but they didn't. The dollar store did, so thank you, dollar store. And then I got Garrett and I some treats, some chocolate and stuff like that for the next few days because it's the holidays and why the heck not. But I got a little bit depressed. I don't know if it's just me, but I've been seeing this a lot on Facebook as well with friends of mine saying this is the least Christmassy they felt in years. And I don't know. I kind of, I'm almost getting, and I know it's a thing, the Christmas blues. I generally feel this way tomorrow night, after the holidays, like after it's all said and done, is that it's such a huge buildup, and it's like a 2-month buildup to the holiday. And then it's over, and it's over so quickly. And like in the dollar store today, I was looking at the Christmas, like the candies and stuff, because I do love the, and I know you can buy them all year round, like you can get them at Halloween and stuff like that too. But I love the marshmallow Santa Clauses, you know, just marshmallow and milk chocolate. That's it. Don't put any caramel in it or anything like that. Just marshmallow and chocolate. So I was looking for those. And what was the girl putting out on display? Valentine's Day stuff. Like, really? I mean, I get it that they want this, but I don't know. It makes me sad. This is like one of my favorite times. I mean, I love Halloween, but I love Christmas. I love the lights, and I love the carols, and I love, you know, the family get-togethers, and I love having the time off of work and all that stuff. And it's here and then it's gone, you know? Like, I really am a seasonal person. Like, you guys know if you've been watching me for a while, at least even over the last few months, I read all the holiday books. I love that. And, you know, I may not celebrate Christmas for the religious reasons, but I do love the spirit of the holiday, if that makes sense. Whatever you believe, it's still just, it's a lovely time of year. For example, today, you know, I stopped at Tim Hortons on my way home to pick up an ice cap for Garrett, and the lady in front of me in line paid for me. You know, like, that's just what I'm talking about. And no, it shouldn't just be this time of year, but it's just so nice this time of year. So anyway, and I think just because it's been such a hard year too, that makes it difficult with Garrett not working, you know, finances and stuff like that. It's just been, not that you have to spend money at the holidays, but you just don't feel as much pressure. You don't feel as much stress. You know what I mean? So anyway, so that's my little holiday rant. I am happy. Like, don't get me wrong. I just get that kind of sad feeling a little bit that it's all over for another year. And, but, you know, I just think 2020 is going to be a better year. And, you know, we're going to be healthy, and, you know, Garrett's going to get work, and, you know, it's going to be fine. It's, you know, when I look back, you know, next year, it'll be okay. We got through that Christmas. This one's going to be better. So yeah. And I think the older that you get, the faster these things tend to go, and, you know, the more responsibility and stuff like that at the holidays. So anyway, let's talk about some books and what I've been reading. So the last time I talked to you guys was yesterday morning, but I really didn't do any book update. I think the last time I did it, like an actual book update, was probably Sunday. Maybe? Was it Sunday? No, it would have been Saturday, because I only did that little clip yesterday, and I don't think I did anything on Sunday. So I have since finished One Day in December, or We Met in December, by Rosie Curtis. I really, really loved it. It was adorable. I am not going to share with you guys my rating. Watch for my full review for it coming on Sunday. And what else? Did I finish another book? Oh, what other book did I finish? I'm drawing a complete blank on it now. I can't remember. I can't remember if it... This is bad, you guys. I cannot remember. I know I have it. I keep my notes, like when I finish reading something. I keep my notes, and so when I do my reviews at the end of the week, I know what I'm doing, right? But anyway, let's get into what I'm currently reading. Let's just go there. So currently I am reading A Madness of Sunshine by Nalini Singh. This is her first foray into a romantic suspense, mystery, thriller kind of an idea. It takes place on the west coast of New Zealand, which is very, very fascinating. An area of the world I am not familiar with at all. So if you guys are looking for books in 2022, if you're doing any kind of challenge where you have to read books set in different locations, There's one for you. Plus, Nalini Singh is also, she is from New Zealand. So if you're looking for authors from different countries, there you go as well. Anyway, so far I'm enjoying this one. I have never actually read Nalini Singh's paranormal romance. I know that, oh my gosh, Zoe Beck. Amy? Is it Amy? I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I'll leave a link to her channel in the description box below. She's a huge Nalini Singh fan, and she rereads her paranormal stuff like just for like a comfort read. I prefer Nalini Singh's contemporaries, but I do prefer contemporaries over paranormals anyway. So that's not anything to do with the author. That's just my personal taste in reading. But this one is different. I like it. It's very slow paced. Like it seems to be. So the whole premise of the story, there's a lot kind of going on, and I don't want to get into everything, but it's about a woman who grew up in this very, very, very tiny town on the west coast in New Zealand, and her mother died when she was young. So there's like a mystery, not a mystery, but like back family history revolving around that. And then when she was a teenager, these 3 hikers ended up going missing, 3 women in this town that she lives in. And she has now just come from London. She's come back home from London after her husband's death. So she's a widow. And she's young. I mean, she's younger. Excuse me, probably early 30s. And another woman in town, a young girl, an almost 20-year-old girl has gone missing. So the bulk of the story so far has been the search for this girl and what happened to her. She was out for a run, and then she has not been seen or heard from since. So yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. Like I said, it's slow in its pacing, but I think what's helping that along is the fact that the chapters are very short. There are 66 chapters in this book, and it's 350 pages. So yeah, there's a lot. So you can easily it's like potato chip reading, as I like to call it. You know, you read one chapter, like, oh, I can just read another chapter. I can read another chapter. And then the next thing you know, you've read half the book, much like you've eaten half the bag of potato chips. So yeah, so that one I'm enjoying quite a bit. I finished another audiobook today. I finished The Little Knitting Box, Christmas at the Little Knitting Box. It was cute. I liked it. It was a very typical Christmassy type story where, you know, we see it all the time since that movie You Got Mail. Like, I've read now, this will be the 3rd book in the last 2 years that I've read kind of with this premise, where somebody has a store and it's right before the holidays and they find out that either A, a competitor is moving in to drive out their business, or B, you know, they're going to lose their shop for some reason. So that was kind of the premise of it, but, you know, I liked it. And again, I'll talk more about it on Sunday when I do my wrap up. And I also finished Stacy's Emergency by Ann M. Martin, which is book 43 in the Babysitters Club. Finished that last night. I enjoyed that one quite a bit, 3.5 stars. I talked about that one briefly. You know, it's Stacy has a medical issue episode, ends up in the hospital for a few weeks. Her parents are recently divorced, so they can't stay in the same room as each other. And, you know, hilarity ensues. No, not really. It was cute. I liked it. You know, it's a standard Babysitters Club book. And last but not least, I have started reading Miss Lottie's Christmas Protector by, I want to say it's Sophie James is the author, and that's my 40 Years of Harlequin book, my second last one, you guys. So yeah, and I'm enjoying that one too. It takes place in Victorian London, which just makes me all kinds of happy. And I am really enjoying it so far. I'm about 4 or 5 chapters into it. So, like I said, I am off now for the next 8 days. 8 crazy days. My friend Lynn over at the Wayward Skein podcast, if you are a knitter, I will leave link to her as well in the description box below. I know everybody and his brother is doing like Vlogmas. Like it's kind of a YouTube thing. It's not just necessarily a booktube thing, but it's a YouTube thing. But Lynn, who's Jewish, is doing like 8 crazy nights. So she's doing like an episode, like a little mini kind of what we would consider a Vlogmas episode, but for Hanukkah, which I love. I absolutely love it. So again, link in the description box below. Go and check her out. Lynn is adorable. So yeah, so I think that's really all that I got, you guys. Like I said, this is it for the vlog for the rest of the year. I think I mentioned yesterday the plan that I had for the vlogs going forward in 2020. I'll talk about that again in my TBR for January, coming next Tuesday on New Year's Eve. I don't want to think about that just yet because it's going to rush my vacation. A week today, essentially. And so this vlog will go up on Christmas Day, and then on Boxing Day, or the 26th to my American friends, I will have another tag video going up, and then on Friday will be Friday Reads, and we will be back to your regularly scheduled programming on this channel. So yeah, a lot of fun stuff coming. I'm looking forward to 2020. I'm looking so forward to cracking open my new reading journal. I cannot wait to start using it. And yeah, all the good things. I wish you and your family a very, very Merry Christmas. I hope you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful time. And, you know, if you're by yourself or whatever, you've got friends there in spirit and family, and, you know, make the best of it. You know, if you prefer, just have a great day, regardless of what you celebrate or how you celebrate or who you celebrate it with. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you all have a wonderful new year. I will probably talk to you guys before then, I'm sure, in another video, but still, just in case. Yeah, so I'll talk to you guys real soon. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Take care and happy reading. Bye, guys.